We're Nicki and Carlo and we live in Positano, Italy, except we also just bought a house in Tuscany, which we're currently renovating, so we live there too. Join us as we turn this house and olive grove into a dream home and get to grips with living in two different parts of Italy. Don't you just love it when the weather report says that it's going to pour with rain and thunderstorm all day long, but it is sunny and beautiful. They got it wrong. For now, anyhow. We're finishing up the last of the olive pruning and doing the last couple of bonfires. There's one just there behind me at the moment. It looks like the jacuzzi's on fire, but it's not, it's definitely no. And I'm going to cook. So Carlo's brother, who's Pepe? Carlo's brother Stick is here, and he has been cooking a lot while I've been away. But I've also sort of taken over cooking for the last couple of days because it's been 25 years that I've wanted to prove to Carlo's family that I can cook just as well as any of them. And with all them coming here, it's actually been my chance to show them. I was actually really excited about showing Carlo's mum how well I can cook, because she's never eaten anything that I've made before. And unfortunately I only ended up doing soup one night because we ate out. We went to a friend's house for dinner one night, and then we bought food at the market that was all ready. So we only had 2 days with her before she had her stroke, so she never really got to try my cooking, which is a real shame. But at least Carlo's brothers have been here and I've been able to cook for all of them. Now, the other day, Stick said that his favourite meal is spaghetti al pomodorino, so spaghetti with a sauce made with little cherry tomatoes. So I'm going to cook that today and see what he says. Let's see whether he likes it. This is not actually our olive grove at the moment.
Sì, però il proprietario, che è un signore molto distinto e molto carino di 80 e più anni, mi ha chiesto se volevo la sua legna. Quindi ho detto di sì, prenderò la sua legna e gli pulisco tutta la roba sottile.
So, clever ploy. You get the wood, but you get to do all the work for him. He gets a clean olive grove. The more I help out in the garden, pulling branches and making bonfires and moving stuff, the more I love it. It's so much better than standing in a room with a yoga mat and a pair of weights, lifting things and stepping over things and doing exercises. It's so lovely to be outside. I really need to get into gardening a bit more because I'm absolutely loving it. Okay, I was on the phone to Elizabeth for ages and I started cooking and I forgot that I was supposed to be filming. So I've cut up a load of cherry tomatoes and put them in a pan with some olive oil, garlic and chili pepper. And I'm saving a little bit of tomatoes to put in fresh at the end with a load of basil. I'm going to grate some parmesan cheese and stir that into it as well. I'm terrible. I've just chucked everything else in, all the other ingredients, and I've forgotten to show you again. I'll have to write it all down. Okay. Okay, so I'm mixing the pasta together with the sauce now, and always add a little bit of leftover pasta water and give it a mix while it's still on the flame, and it makes it all creamy and saucier. And this is the reason why I haven't been concentrating on showing you what I'm cooking, because Sky has joined us from Kyoto and we've been chatting away. There we go. Il tuo preferito, pasta al pomodorini.
Sky, allora, com'è il Giappone?
Bellissimo!
Ah, voglio venire anch'io. E allora adesso buon appetito a tutti.
Stick, com'è andata la mia pasta al pomodoro?
Non lo so.
Io solo perché ho iniziato dopo, ecco.
Perché stai sempre chiacchierando.
Sì, è vero, parlo troppo.
It rained all day yesterday and the day before. Yesterday there was what they call in Italy a water bomb, which is a huge rainstorm with really intense heavy rain for a period of time. And I know it's been in the news across Italy. I don't know if it's gone international, but it's been quite affected the Pisa and Florence area. So we had a very big rainstorm, and then it rained all day long. And yesterday afternoon it stopped around about 4. So I went out for a walk with Indy and found a few changes to the landscape. It's been raining all day, all night, and I've just come out for a quick walk with Indy because it's stopped, and we've had 2 landslides. One little one here where Carla built a little ramp up to this terrace, and then there's a really big one up ahead which I'm not going to attempt to go past, so I'm going to go back the way I came, but it is huge. Well, it's taken a massive chunk of terracing out, and it's gone all the way down there, Ok, da sopra, non preoccupare, non vado troppo vicino, sta ancora scendendo. The next morning, we went outside and scoured the landscape looking for other mudslides. We decided to send the drone up and have a look from above. First of all, our mudslide. It's taken out 2 pathways and terraces and buried a section of our 200-metre hose pipe. An olive grove in front of us has had a bigger landslide, which looks like it's taken out a row of olive trees too. And we found another smaller one on the edge of our garden where it drops steeply into the valley. Now, obviously, we haven't been here for a huge amount of time. We've only been here for a year. So we don't know if these mudslides are completely normal when it rains heavily. We're going to go into town and ask around and also have a little drive around and see what else has been going on, whether there's any other damage done. I'm sure it's not just here. Last night, we did get a few messages through from friends. We have a WhatsApp group, and they were all sending photos of the mudslides on their properties. It seems like everybody's had some damage somewhere. So we're just going to go and take a look around. There were lots of little mudslips along the roads all around the village. These were mostly all cleared up a couple of days later. We wanted to talk to somebody to ask if this often happened with heavy rain in this area. In town, as we peered over a wall at a large mudslide, we met a man who said he'd lived here for over 40 years and never seen anything like it. Further on, a terraced garden had collapsed onto the street below, burying a couple of parked cars. Luckily, nobody was hurt. There were a few more mudslides around town that we heard about later. One family lost almost an entire olive grove that's just slipped away into the valley below. This was an unusual amount of rainfall in a very short time, and it's scary the damage that it's done. I've just noticed while Carlo was doing whatever he was doing that the pieces of the roof have all fallen off and are on the floor after yesterday's big storm. It's another job to fix. I'm making one of my favourite recipes, and I'm not sure if I've shown you guys before. It's a leek and potato casserole with chicken in it because Stick's here and he wants meat all the time. You can do it without the chicken, and the ingredients are very simple. Leeks, potatoes, chicken if you want, and spinach or peas. It's quite versatile. And I'm just cooking the leeks down now. Give them about 10 minutes until they're soft, and then just chuck all the rest in there, add some water and some broth, and leave it to cook. And it's really good. Everybody loves it. It's a really easy recipe to do, just one pot. I'm adding rosemary and some thyme. No, I'm adding rosemary and sage because I don't have any thyme. I really need to buy some thyme, but we're going back to Positano in a few days. We're taking Carlo's mum back, and there's no point me buying anything for the garden for now because we'll be away for a while, I should think. And we'll have to wait till we get back, and then I'm going to get some thyme and some basil and get some more herbs planted so that over the summer I've got them. I've also got to find a gardener so that when we do go away, I've got somebody who can come in and take care of all the plants so they don't die every time we go away. Anyhow, I've put some rosemary and some sage in here, and I'm just going to leave it to simmer for about half an hour, and that'll be ready. Easy, very, very easy. While I was cooking, Carlo was busy making a flatbed trailer. You can see how he made it over on our other channel, Aperitivo 50. Got an extra person turned up for lunch suddenly, so I've had to add some chickpeas to my casserole here just to try and make it a bit bigger. Okay, and we've also made some bruschetta quickly, so that can just fill everybody up a little bit more.
Un profumo.
We've just left the rehabilitation centre visiting Mama, and we were looking on the map the other day and we found an asylum. They were called mental asylums. I don't think that's politically correct anymore, but how do you say it in Italian? Manicomio?
Manicomio. Casa di cura per persone bisognose. No, manicomio è un termine improprio che veniva usato in un modo anche un po' dispregiativo, che non va bene, quindi non si dice così.
There's an ex-asylum very, very close to here, and we looked on the map, and it is huge, and we're going to see if we can get to it and have a look around.
Sì, ma prima di questo vogliamo aggiornarvi sul fatto che mamma sta ancora migliorando, sta bene, e se siamo usciti di lì un po' sorridenti perché lei ci ha fatto ridere raccontandoci un po' di cose stupide, perché un po' di cose divertenti, ecco, anche leggere.
And also, she is going to be out in 3 days' time, which means we're going to be taking her back to Positano in 3 days' time.
Ovviamente siamo felici che possiamo portare mamma a casa. Aspetta. Devi andare di là.
Di là?
Devi andare di là.
Ok, di là, senza farmi vedere.
No, ti faccio se tu che non ti sei girata. Oh, ma perché non te lo prendi e te lo metti da qualche parte?
Sto guidando? Dove lo devo mettere? Dio mio, sei proprio un uomo, non ce la fa fare due cose insieme.
No, non ce la faccio. Un muretto.
How scary is that? It's like something out of a horror film. I mean, it's a wheelchair, but just like abandoned in the middle of the driveway. This is one of the newer buildings that's been abandoned. I mean, it looks like a 60s or 70s build to me, but it's completely abandoned and obviously has been for quite a while. And if we look on the map, this is the smaller building. We're trying to find the big old one, which we're going to go back along this pathway and up the other way. So it obviously gets visited quite a lot because there's quite a well-worn pathway through the trees here. And if you want to look on the map and find it yourself, I think you need to put in it's labelled as the ex-lunatic asylum of Volterra. That's where we are. Aha. Here we go. We found it, I think. Now, which way to get in? That way?
Scary.
There's a huge load of abandoned buildings here now. I don't know which one is which, but they all look very interesting. One there, and then look at this. Wow. Wow. Well, that's reassuring.
Ecco, se c'era qualcosa di spaventoso, quello lo era. Una finestra che sbatte. Oddio.
I've just spotted an entrance. It looks bloody terrifying. Are we going in? Dai.
Oh, yes, of course.
I'll go first, shall I?
Aspetta che palleggino.
With the bells ringing, makes it all more... It's not so scary actually with the bells ringing. Wow, it's a stunning building, absolutely beautiful. With the sun setting light on it. Not sure if I want to go inside. Looks absolutely terrifying. Look at those archways over there. And then it goes round, and then there's another huge part of it there. Carlo's going to get the drone out. Not sure how far he's going to get with all the trees. Is that the reception desk? Oh, that's scary. That scared me, and they've put that there on purpose to scare you. I'm not going in. Okay, so we've just seen from that this is just the little building and that big one is this one right here. But the sun is also setting right now, so if we're going to take a look at it, we need to be really quick because the sun's gone down already. Okay, I've just left Carlo putting the drone away and I've walked up here very bravely, all by myself. And let's see whether we can get in. Do I actually want to go? Oh, there's the gate, that's wide open. The ex-lunatic asylum of Volterra was opened in 1888 and consisted of over 30 pavilions, of which 20 of them were housing patients. It has its own website with the history, a map and photos translated into various languages. I'll leave the link in the description box below. I love the windows, beautiful old windows, and a bench to sit on. There's a whole load of table and chairs over here, look. You can have a picnic here. See?
Farò cadere dentro. Ecco, non sembra ma si sta facendo buio. Abbiamo deciso di tornare perché non mi sento a mio agio rimanere qua col buio.
To walk back along that pathway through the woods to get back as well, so we better go. Maybe we'll come and visit it another time when it's daylight.
Yes.